We're going to now go to Reka Safrany from Hungary. She's a feminist activist active in women's rights NGOs. Welcome, Reka, and over to you.
To introduce Hungary is going to be quite easy after this kind of overview from other similar Eastern European countries with a lot of differences, of course. I would say that Hungary's government is quite obviously regressive on women's rights issues, and has been or has become a bit of a leading force in this area, unfortunately, and often in the hand in hand with such countries as Poland, copying each other, I mean, and working towards the same goals. You should know that in Hungary, women's political participation and representation is the lowest in the EU. It is around 11% in the parliament. The government's stance towards women is that they don't stand for gender equality. I mean, in the sense that they don't stand for women's and men's equality in general in the society, but rather they say the family mainstreaming is the way to go, but with a pro-fertility approach, very, very much. And also, it is very obvious that since our conservative government has been in force since 2010, they have mostly supported middle-class families, but in such a way that actually the poor with their taxes kind of pay for all the benefits that the middle-class families, better-off families get, which is a kind of perverse redistribution. There is no specific law on gender equality. There is an equal opportunities law, which also actually mentions gender identity as a basis for protection. I will come back to this later. But the equality between men and women and the governmental mechanism for that is not strong at all. There is no cooperation with women's rights NGOs. Actually, they have been really very much against civil society in Hungary. They have introduced a kind of law that is similar to the Russian kind of foreign agent law, which has become illegal. It was ruled out by the EU, but still they have a very negative stance towards civil society, including women's rights organizations. And clearly, it is very much against the Istanbul Convention. So Hungary has been at the forefront, I think, of this fight against the Istanbul Convention, depicting it as a kind of gender declaration. So they said, we say no to violence against women. We don't support violence against women, but we also don't support the gender ideology. Therefore, we don't let the Istanbul Convention be ratified. So under the strictest quarantine in May, the government made a declaration, a political declaration on not joining the Istanbul Convention at all and stopping it, if possible, at the EU level. When it comes to radical feminists, we are quite scattered, I think, working in organizations and more independently. But it's not like a political force on its own, I wouldn't say. The radical feminist stance comes to the fore in organizations that work against violence against women very clearly. So a lot of the radical feminist views on violence against women is well known, I think, in feminist circles, whereas on other issues such as pro-trans or trans rights issues, gender identity issues, it is not so well known or well accepted, or not even that much debated.